Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of Space Quest, Sarian Encounter. Thank you to everybody who's still sticking with me watching this. Sorry for the dragging on that I do sometimes in these games. It's been, I don't know how many years since I've played this game. So a lot of it's kind of like I remember it, or I'm a little fuzzy on it, or I, don't really recall it. It's like a mix of different things. Alright, so we heard about a HH sector, and I wanted to show you also can go back at some point here. The machine will let you gamble again. And when you are gambling initially for that large sum to buy the droid and the ship, do the F8 bet. So that you bet the most money each time, and just save scum until you get enough. Just gonna, let's see, had beer, going to ship. That's the next objective. Turn the music back on. Here's our droid. He had to wait outside. He's underage. Can't go in the bar. Alright. So yeah, I'm not totally sure about the coupon thing. I totally forgot. Still sounds. The coupon thing I totally forgot about. Like I had no idea. And supposedly ground. Let's try right on the edge of the building. I don't know if this is just not the right version of this game for it to be here. I was worried there in the last video because I thought, oh crap, I was probably supposed to get probably get Buckazoids out of the seat of the pod that we crash landed on this planet with, and I didn't get it. And I'm thinking, oh, I can't go back. So yeah, maybe somebody watching in the comments that can tell me what's up with that. Where is the actual Buckazoids out here? Or do I just have the wrong version? Can you find out what version I have? Don't understand version. Doesn't tell you. Ver period. Game version. Sometimes you can type stuff like that in and it'll actually tell you. Okay, here we are. We will make a death save. So who knows what's going to happen here. Climb, say what? Climb ladder full. Okay, the droid went underneath. Press load button. There he is. What sector shall I head for, sir? Asked the droid. So if you don't know this, I don't know if you do know it, but you haven't let Roger know in the game. I wonder if you can still type it in. HH? Yep. Sector HH it is. I will proceed with course entry. Off we go. Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going with my ship? Off you go into the purple yonder. So Tiny sold us some dude's ship. It wasn't actually Tiny's. There we go. A little speck of light. Well done, Roger. You've managed to overcome the elements of Corona, from endless deserts and spider droids, obnoxious salesmen, and bad booze. Yes, the sand in your boots shall forever serve as a reminder of this forsaken planet. You should feel proud, but now destiny awaits with an even greater challenge. Oh man. Hang on, sir. We are headed into an asteroid field. Can't do anything yet. This is automatic. The droid is flying this thing, so. This is like a cutscene. That was mighty close. Something in the distance. It's getting bigger. We have established a visual contact with a ship of Sarian origin, says the droid. The name Del Toro is confirmed. You might consider the fact that we are in danger by being anywhere near this ship. I hope you didn't waste money on the extended warranty when you purchased me. I will slow our approach and stand off at a safe distance. I'm gonna make a save because I can. We'll call it Del Tor Mothership, one word. It's cool looking. Okay. Look around. That does not appear to be here to view. Look at ship. Before you lies the Sarian battle cruiser. Okay, it's a battle cruiser, not a mothership. Del Tor. An imposing massive ship. Now you understand why the Arcada was so easily overtaken. Your first instinct is to turn the ship around and head for home, but then you realize that unless you do something to try to stop the Sarians, there will be no home. Look at Sarian ship. Look at ship. Look at cruiser. You don't understand cruiser. Look, Sarian. Exit ship. There I go. Darn, Roger, upon exiting the ship you find that you have no means of maneuvering and are subject to the whims of inertia and gravity. You quickly learn the true meaning of helplessness as death has its way with you. Thanks for playing. Okay. So we need to use our jetpack here, I believe. Put on jetpack. You're now wearing the jetpack. A small control linkage snaps onto the back of your helmet, allowing you to control it merely by focusing on where you want to go. That's cool. Okay. Exit ship. Before leaving the safety of your ship, you instruct the little droid to set a course for Xenon. where you will rendezvous later, providing, of course, that you are successful in carrying out your mission. Once again, you are on your own. Okay, you don't have control until you see the little cursor line like you can type a command. Okay, now I have control. Look around. You are floating in space just outside the biggest darn spaceship you've ever seen. You see a door. Perhaps it is a way in. You grasp the large handle and twist, nothing noting the rather significant amount of pain being registered. You are extremely grateful to hear a click. Okay. As you enter the Sarian ship, the airlock door seals itself behind you. You try to open it again without any success. It appears that you are stuck here. I just want to test here too. I think as long as you don't press enter, I think these text boxes will stay up. Most of them will. If it's in a cutscene when you don't see a cursor icon down there, then they have the chance of disappearing on you, so you have to read them quick. But I think these, as long as you don't press enter. Okay. Alright. So I like to keep making a new death save. And then I will start... Well, I'm not going to start replacing. I'm just going to keep making new ones. In the cruiser ship. Look around. You are in an airlock. That's something to mention too. When you play... Oh, it's nice. You can see the jetpack on his back. They actually modeled it. That's cool. Because we still have it. Yeah. In the future games where they become, I think it's once you get to space. Whoa, what's going on? That is not it. What was that? Where did he go? He went out the airlock, I think. Huh. Okay. I think once you get to Space Quest 3, definitely 4 and 5, 6, you can get cursor control to click on the screen to make the squat little maintenance droid sure makes a disgusting array of noises, doesn't he? Okay, I thought he was going to kill me. Those newer games and stuff, you can have cursor control to click to move on the screen, and also click commands like look, talk, get, you know, things like that. This is all typing. Let's head on through this door. Beep, gurgle, bop, pop. Apologizes the strange robot as he pushes you aside. He's your means of getting through. Look around. You're standing in a large empty room within the Sarian ship. On one wall is a vent. There is some sort of trunk on the floor. Okay. And a door. Look at trunk. Truck. Look at trunk. Doesn't seem to be anything special about the container. Open trunk. Look inside. Look inside trunk. It's empty. Close trunk. Look vent. You can't see into the vent from there. Okay, let's make a new death save. See if we can move the trunk. Push trunk. Be careful, you hear footsteps and muffled voices from beyond the door. That's not good. Climb trunk. Look, vent. It is completely dark on the other side of the vent. Okay. Don't have a light source. Climb vent. You cannot enter the narrow vent wearing the jetpack. Okay. Take off jetpack. Where would you like to put it? Oh, okay. Climb off trunk. You should get off the trunk. That's what I'm trying to do. Climb down. Open trunk. Put jetpack in trunk. Close trunk. Climb trunk. Climb vent. The vent is closed. The sounds have temporarily gone away. Open vent. Using your Xenon army knife. Okay, you pry the vent open. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised the game just does that for you. It doesn't make you figure that out. Okay. Climb into vent. Okay. I'm gonna walk off. We'll probably just die. I want to see if there's a death. No, he just grabs it. That's surprising too. Let's go down first. Assume you'd have to say climb ladder or grab ladder. Taking his sweet time. Oh man. So yeah, don't be alarmed by the little sound in the game. It's just how it is. There's more music and sound as the games progress. Did we just literally loop back to where we were? Or does this go somewhere else? I like that crawly animation. It's cool. Your nose has just been redesigned by your ill-advised attempt to insert it into a closed vent. Okay. Open vent. You cannot pry open the grate, which seems to be stuck. Use knife on vent. Use knife. You try to use the knife to pry open the vent, but are unsuccessful. Okay. Look in vent. You learn nothing new. Right? Yeah, these old Sierra games, Space Quest, King's Quest, I actually never played. I've never played any of the Leisure Suit Larry games, to be honest. I've kind of just overlooked and ignored them just because, I don't know, I mean, I can tolerate Space Quest, but Leisure Suit Larry is kind of a different deal. I haven't played any of those. I've tinkered with the first Police Quest a little bit, but I've never actually really gotten seriously into those either. I'm familiar with the first 4 King's Quests, mostly, and I'm the most familiar with the first 3 Space Quests. Here we are. So what's the point of that? Climb vent. Let's go up again. I'll speed it up. This is the one that was closed. But yeah, these, I mean, you know, a lot of people talk about nostalgia and all that. I'm not very nostalgic for that many games, but I will say I am nostalgic for these old Sierra games, for sure. These are, you know, Space Quest 2, as I mentioned in the introduction video for this series. It was one of the first games I remember playing and definitely really getting into. So I'm going to look at my guide here and see if there's literally no point to that vent. So open trunk, enter trunk. So you can get inside the trunk. Wait for the maintenance bot to get the door open. So the guide doesn't even mention like going through the vent. Just bear with me a moment. Okay. Be careful, you hear footsteps and muffled voices from beyond the door. So there's no point. Do I still have the knife? Yeah. I don't get the point of going in the vent. And like I said, the guy doesn't even mention it. Let me look on Google. Space Quest 1 vent in Sarian ship. Just trying to see if there's any point. Or if it's just a place to get, lost. Okay, I'm looking at another guide here. Push the truck against the wall under the vent, open the trunk, put the jetpack in, use the knife, enter the vent, climb until you see a passage to the right, and enter it. Now, kick the grate several times to escape. Okay. Gotcha. Let's do that then. That's what I was supposed to do and didn't do it. You're supposed to kick the vent. And up is the quickest. If you go down, you have to go through like 2 screens, I think. So kick vent. There we go. Looks like you jarred it loose. Another save. Open vent. Okay. Look around. You're in the ship's laundry facility. Open machine. Open machine. Look inside. Say what? Someone might be coming. You don't have time to be standing around. Get in machine. Look at his face. Well, Roger, it certainly appears as though you're about to become all washed up. Looking a little different. Somehow you managed to survive the rinse cycle. You emerged from the cleaning unit. You notice that you're dressed in a Sarian battle uniform. What a stroke of genius. Now you can wander throughout the ship without calling attention to yourself. I don't think that's how you put clothes on, but he's looking pretty awesome, isn't he? Okay. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm referencing a guide because I don't want to stay stuck forever. I don't want these videos to take forever. But I'm not following it, line to line. But if something comes up, at least I have it to reference. But, unless you're following a guide, like line by line, literally, you're not going to get the total score. I'd be very surprised if I managed to get the max score in any of these games. These Sierra games that I play. You're aboard the Sarian spaceship. There are 2 elevators here. And there's a guy. He looks to be armed and dangerous. I wouldn't mess around with him. Well, can we at least talk to him? Wow, he turned right towards me. Green and mean. Talk to man. Hey, bud, what's with the helmet indoors? Asked the curious guard. Shh, you exclaim. I'm hiding from the boss, figuring you might confuse the guard. Did I get points for that? The guard pretends not to notice you. The guard outlines his favorite massacre, the Great Daventry Rout. Daventry is the kingdom of King's Quest, as he called it. You ponder the meaning of this for a while. Okay. Just as you begin to speak, the Sarian guard says, how many Alexanians does it take to seduce a three-eared female Sylvite? After a reasonable period of silence at your end, the guard answers his own joke, too. He does not seem unduly impressed by your lack of laughter. Okay. The guard outlines his favorite massacre. The guard talks back. Which way to the little boy's room, you ask, hoping Sarians even do that sort of thing. The puzzled expression on the face of your newfound friend confirms your worst fears. Have you played King's Quest III? You ask the guard. Yes, responds the surprised guard. I just bought it last week. It was on sale for 128,000 buckazoids at Tiny's Holodisc shop. What a bargain. Is this the way to the star generator? You ask. Don't ask me, I just work here, responds the unhelpful guard. That's another funny thing too. I think in King's Quest 1, it did it here in Space Quest 1, but they like to advertise games, each other's games. So in King's Quest 1, there's something that you trigger, and it references Space Quest 1 or 2, just promoting, cross-promotion between the games. Very clever idea and done in a funny way. Are we having fun yet? You ask the guard. This is the most fun I've had since the Hippoglobus ate my brother, responds the bored-looking Sarian. Shouldn't you be trying to save your planet? The guard looks at you as though you just questioned his mother's heritage. Perhaps you should not waste time conversing with the guards. The guard pretends not to notice you. We've heard that one. If you play King's Quest 3, got a light? You query the guard. Sorry, don't drink. Just trying to see if we can get any more unique messages. Out of this guy? I don't think so. The guard wrinkles his nose in disgust. Leave me alone, he exclaims. You smell like the ventricle portion of a hypoglobus. Obviously, this guard has no taste at all. The guard looks at you as though you look different somehow. Are we having fun yet? Oh, he said King's Quest 2. I missed that. You mentioned King's Quest 2 there. Helmet. King's Quest 3. Oh, there's Heritage. Leave me alone. It's just random. Talk, talk, talk. Can't you find anything better to do? Okay. I want to look at one other thing here in the guide, because I remember there being something special that you can do here. Keep talking until he asks you if you own King's Quest 2. Let's some point you can ask the Sarian if he owns King's Quest III. This is a different conversation. Okay, so I need to keep talking. Okay, do you own King's Quest II? Asked the nosy guard. Yes. Great, responds the guard, pondering his interest. You ask yourself whether or not this guy is getting a kickback from Sierra Online. Later you realize this is silly. What would a Sarian do with money from coarse gold? I don't know what coarse gold is. I think we got points for doing that. And we have 168 right now. And you can do this. You can say kiss guard. I think it's going to be animated. As you pucker up your lips and lean close, you suddenly remember what your mother taught you about Sarians. In a rare moment of wisdom, you decide not to get anything started you are unwilling to finish. I got an extra point though. There's no animation, but you get 1 point for doing that. So we have 169 out of 202. Okay. I love the dialogue in this game. Alright, we'll leave him alone. Can we go to the right? I think that's just a dead end. Yeah. It's like tracking me. Okay, look. Elevate tours. It has a small sign on it. Read sign. Out of order. This one's out of order. Open door. That doesn't seem to be the correct action in this case. Okay. Seen one door, seen them all. Okay. Doesn't seem to be the correct action. Just gotta walk into it. Okay. We're gonna stop this video here, guys. I really appreciate you watching very much. This is really cool to play. We will see you in the next part. Bye.